There's no right or wrong way to play Minecraft. Whether in survival, creative mode, alone, or with friends, we've all enjoyed it and gotten bored at times. Here's the thing. Today I want to present to you an idea that in my opinion is brilliant and there's no reason for you not to try it during your 2026. Ladies and gentlemen, I present the concept of the Eternal World, an amazing idea that went viral abroad, aiming to create a Minecraft world that lasts forever, or at least for many years. A silent pack that will grow old with you, carrying your bad phases, your good phases, your terrible builds, and even those that made you proud. A world that becomes a reflection of who you were and who you are becoming. It's not about goals farming, generating thousands of items per second, or speedrunning. It's about you. Unleashing creativity, breaking routines, and having an ongoing inner dialogue that can last years. And best of all, regaining that genuine sense of fun, rekindling that old passion for the game. The same feeling we had back then, when every mountain was a mystery and caves made you fear losing sunlight because of Herobrine. Today I'll explain why I'm creating the Eternal World in 2026 and why you should too. Well, first, it's worth pointing out that this concept of an eternal world isn't new, but comes from a bittersweet feeling that the community as a whole has been experiencing for some time now. It's not just about cheap nostalgia or missing 2012. You can find many videos on YouTube of people discussing how Minecraft has been recently boring, about how YouTube videos have become repetitive, and about how that classic 2-week phase has been getting shorter and shorter. And that's when a kind of almost counterculture started to emerge, where players decided to go completely against the grain. People chose to grow with their map, digging up 2015 saves to turn their world into a diary and time capsule. And here, don't get me wrong, but I think that's a bit of what we need. Maybe the game should get more raw and underground, like it was at first. People just having fun and sharing their world. Here in Brazil, we have examples that almost perfectly illustrate the concept of an eternal world. First, I want to introduce Vinicius Trees' series In Search of the Automatic House. Let's go back. A standout detail in the first episode is the world's creation. They could have picked any seed but chose redstone, which due to the butterfly effect changed everything. The first thing of course is that you don't need to spend a lot of time choosing the perfect name or the perfect seed, but the terrain generation makes a total difference. If they had spawned in a messed up seed, all destroyed in those terrible biomes to build in, I think the gameplay experience would have been much more boring. So it's worth it to create 2 or 3 worlds until you get a spawn that's really nice and good. Immediately we see a younger Vinicius and Davi, who matured later. They had several simple milestones, like for example finding a sheep on top of a tree and giving it a random name. Throughout the episodes we see their progress, mining, exploring the nether, building, and experiencing the much different old version. Later in the series, we see iconic moments like Vinicius announcing his real-life marriage and becoming a father. We see several Redstone gang members. On the map, you see skin builds like Napoleon's and Davy's skins, monuments, farms, and even dismantled farms that stopped working. Over the years, we've seen many special holiday episodes for Christmas, New Year's, birthdays, and more. Many memories have existed in this world for over a decade. This happened not only with Vinicius Trees, but also with many other YouTubers like JazzGosh. If you've been here a while, you've probably seen JazzGosh's survival series. I think one thing JazzGosh did was really cool. It was the subscribers corner, which always had some sign referencing a follower or something specific. It acted like a diary, documenting a life alongside the series. Throughout the episodes, we saw his growth as a player, builder, and person. His growth and maturity were evident throughout his life. A key part of my childhood was the Mockerator series by Venom Extreme, where Venom builds his base and creates things. Throughout the episodes, his goal was to build a zoo by collecting most animals from the mod pack. And each specific animal would get a name with a name tag, and each animal had some adventure where Venom would go capture it, man. Many catchphrases, building styles, and ways of organizing things stuck with me from watching Venom Extreme so much, even though I haven't seen the series in years. If I downloaded the map and explored, I'd experience many deja vus and memories from a time when life was different. And the Eternal World is really about that. It's not just about the gameplay, but about you. Taking breaks from TikTok and Instagram to regain authentic experiences. A long-lost light experience that can easily last years. Imagine it's just you and Roto. You get a girlfriend, you build beautiful things, collect items together, defeat bosses, do unique things until one day you finally break up. And as bad as this example might seem, in my mind, it really illustrates the idea of an infinite map which can indeed collect infinite moments from your own life. And obviously there's no point in starting just for the sake of starting if you don't have a so-called motivation to keep going. In fact, you really need to throw yourself into the experience and actually play the game. No cheats, no tricks, no shortcuts, but truly pure survival. You take advantage of the natural terrain, you build your farms, you make your constructions, you craft your items, your sugarcane farms, your chests, you build your village, your metropolis. You work on endless projects. Some you'll finish, others not, but you'll never run out of things to do. Even if projects get big or discouraging, I think that's when an interesting beauty appears. You don't need to rush, it doesn't have to be easy, but little by little, with micro sessions, with micro experiences, you start achieving a goal here and there. In the end, you'll have a beautiful, complete world that tells its own story. Personally, that's something I really want to do in 2026, to have that world to play in while I listen to podcasts with no obligation, no pressure, just experiencing good old Minecraft. Because personally, I've never played it seriously. I've never beaten the Ender Dragon the proper way, starting from scratch, reaching the end and following all the steps. Every time I defeated the Ender Dragon, it was for some video. And man, even worse than that, I think I've never had a world that lasted more than 2 or 3 days. I always preferred multiplayer. That's why in 2026, I want this experience to be more than gameplay, like a diary that ages with me. Take a break from TikTok and Instagram, play survival, listen to a podcast, and learn about new farms and building. Why not commit to a months-long project and this time see it through instead of quitting halfway? Each session becomes a mini experience, a new challenge, quick test, or learning moment you've never had before. Even though it's simple, Minecraft has endless variety. We often get stuck repeating the same cycle, building the same biome, house, and farms. If the game is infinite, our creativity must be too, instead of always playing the same way. And, well, like I said, the idea isn't to make it something heavy, the idea isn't to have a checklist, but actually to make it something genuine and fluid. In one day, you can build your metropolis, on another learn a new farm, and on another just mine. Who here has never been to the Jungle Temple? Who here has never explored an ocean monument? Who here has never been to a ruin or the new dungeons, you know? The game offers much to explore. One thing that really motivated me to start this idea in 2026 was to make the world a livable place. I'm not just talking about each map's uniqueness or how terrain generation never repeats, but also how a map can hold reflections of my life. The first crooked houses, just a bed and crafting table, the rushed improvised base, the ugly decor you want to fix, and even handwritten books left in a chest as messages for your future self. Inside the game itself, you can write how you're feeling that day, how many followers you have, how much money you have. Take your worries from that moment, lock them away, and revisit them later. Over time, these details form a story that shapes the thing's identity. And in an eternal world, nothing needs to be perfect, there's no demand for finishing touches, there's no need to finish today, things can be left unfinished without guilt. You might see a confusing construction and decide to return later, which could mean weeks, months, or never. And that's okay, because the world isn't in a hurry, because the world doesn't have a schedule, and that's exactly what makes the soul of the map come to life. It's not a showcase or portfolio. It's alive, flawed, and filled with both failed attempts and accidental successes. It's an honest record of your evolution, a mirror of your way of playing. And the magic is that little by little, this map of yours becomes an album of photos, but a living album of photos. Entire areas that tell stories the gameplay doesn't show but the world keeps. You create a kind of time capsule. At this point, the eternal world becomes more than a simple save. It turns into something personal you revisit. Not just to play, but to recall who you were as you built each piece. One area could reflect your goth phase, love for rock or K-pop, while another could show your past hobby or old hyperfocus. About volleyball, Formula 1, and soccer, which faded over time. Even as the world grows, the game remains infinite, always offering something new. There's always a cave you haven't explored and an update you don't know. Imagine your son playing in your world one day, like time travel. 2 different generations being united by the same game, being united by the same map. It's really a photo album that moves. It's more than digging ground, it's memories. Your brain recalls the paths, places, and buildings you've made. And when you go back to those places after months, you activate the same neural networks you used back then. Ultimately, the eternal world isn't about mastering Minecraft, proving yourself, numbers, or efficiency. It's about rhythm, presence, memory, creativity, rest, nostalgia, and discovery. It's about creating something now that will matter in 10 years, even if its meaning isn't clear yet. That really reminded me of Rezende's recent videos when he visited, especially the Future Era map with Venextreme and Sarkazio. An extremely nostalgic video, but also very instructive about what the eternal world is, because just by walking around there, just by talking, a little bit already brought us endless memories, showing the power of a simple world, of a simple save, of a simple file in a blocky game. We don't need to go that far. Just look at Minecraft Ultimato, a recent series I joined. Revisiting the map, anyone who watched will remember plenty. And of course, there are servers like 2B2T which have been around for more than 10 years. Some servers have millions of gameplay days, but others like Ultimato created nostalgia in just 1,000 days.
Now let's go to the Stongers village, man. This map got really heavy. Last time I checked it was over 10 gigabytes and there are some really beautiful builds. People experimented a lot with these chicken mods and other features in this diverse, lightweight mod pack with plenty to do. Man, everyone already started doing it. Look at this beautiful thing, my friends. What a wonderful temple, man. It turned out beautiful. I really like the result. It's really big. And the schematics mod itself, it helps a lot. Man, it's almost like a little cheat, but man, it turned out really good, man. I came here real quick to visit the YouTuber's village, right? Just to take a little look. Looks like they're already making an interesting head wall. If anything, I'll steal it later. Anyway, everyone here is building houses together. There are so many gifts. Gringo even gave someone a phoenix. Wait, is that a Christmas logo? What's going on? The front door is packed with gifts, but I never get any, right, bro? I was born next to an Easter bunny. Whose gifts are these anyway? There's a nice portal and some things, but I don't know who could live here. That's weird, man. Who's living in an Easter bunny? The series even has a little couch, an energy condenser, lots of chests, another place for us to steal from. Golden Lass is good, man. Obeys the Vapo, diamond chest. What's this, Padrino? Let's go to Nofaxo's house. He's a legend. Check out what he owns. He even has something that goes to the moon. This was our house's base, built by my friend Nofaxo, our master, and a mod pack legend who knows everything. I don't know if you remember, but there used to be a hole in the mountain here. Look right here, see? It's a door, man. It's a door frame that the guys disguised as dirt. But anyway, it would be a good sponsorship, it would. But yeah, there's nothing here, man. It's so sad. It breaks my heart. The place I like to steal from most. I had no help. People even made memes in the series saying, Leo doesn't do anything, just steals from others. I don't know what became of being a karaoke. Why would I do what everyone else is doing, right? You have to be different. But anyway, I was checking and it looks like he moved to another place. He said he moved, that he's at this base here. Hey, Anolivis, welcome. No, it's not welcome because only I'm living with Nofaxo. He's mine. We entered Nofaxo's house and his base is really cool. His head is right here. Thanks so much, I really appreciate it. We're together, right?
No problem. If you need anything, just let me know.
Thanks. Now we know where Fano lives. He actually lives pretty close to Tasercraft. Let's go home, let's go. I got here at the ranch, man. I thought Peck and Mike were here, but it was just their clones. Man, what a scare. Maybe we'll find Mike's head here, or the people who lived here. Look, man, Peck's head. Here they've got machines and stuff. The guys built a huge system down here. Tasercraft used it well. Being in a Tasercraft video was a big achievement. He also gave me a potion. It was cool, but I saw many people calling this series a failure. How can they say such nonsense? I think it's time to blow up the goddess. I was watching... And there are other TNTs, man. TNTs made with wool and TNTs made with flint. Here in the house here, man. I wonder if there are any... Hey bro, don't open that chest. You're messing with danger in your own yard, man. There was a grill and cars. Ah, man, I wish I could have a car for the series too, right, man? In Raymar's small house, I checked the chests and quickly found Raymar's head, another for our collection. Unfortunately, we couldn't get them all. Out of all the YouTubers, we only got about 20, man, and the series had like 40 to 50, so we missed a lot of people's heads. But hey, man, the main one here, dude, I didn't have the pleasure of talking to him, but I managed to get the head of Venomino Extreme here. And the moment has come, man, the moment to blow up the famous goddess. Look, man, this is Tasercraft's chicken. We're going to go inside it here. 12 TNTs, is that enough, dude? I think so. Look, I lit most of them here. I think, oh, there was a lot of iron there, man. It's going to lag a lot because there's a machine there to blow up. Item. Let's sit here and watch this historic moment, man. This is how Ultimato ends, man. The cause of all evil here. We finished off half the goddess here. We destroyed the machines, the pipes here, man, the items, the iron, it all went down the drain. Check out this rat's nest. These guys had a really suspicious warehouse. What even is this? Now that we've completed our mission to blow up the Iron Chicken, let's head to the coast with our Reflex. That was the boat that took a month to build. It's not working anymore, man. For some reason, I can't ride the Reflex anymore. Renato is our last hope. Let's see, man. Not even Renato works. Renato is useless, you see? The server blocked entities. But with nearly all the YouTubers here, most holding the Reflex and Renato. Here on the coast on the horizon with the sun setting, we're wrapping up this series.
If you want to follow my world in 2026, find me on Instagram, our EIMINE77.